Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Now I know I said in my last Bud Light video that it would probably be the last one, but listen friends, I just can't help but milk a good story. The simple fact is every video I make on Bud Light goes absolutely crazy, so we'll add one more to the list. Anheuser-Busch's completely pathetic attempt to avoid responsibility and turn this whole thing around from a public relations disaster to PR positive. What loyal Bud Light consumers are probably looking for is, I don't know, maybe a genuine response and genuine apology, maybe disavowing the so-called low-level marketing team that made this decision, this clearly culturally divisive decision, targeting young impressionable consumers. But nope, Anheuser-Busch knows exactly how to deal with this in the most garbage, tone-deaf corporate manner possible, releasing that nonsense public press statement right ahead of the weekend and then following it up with patriotism. Yep, you got it. No way to smooth things over with your consumers, like a real Team America virtue signal. Let me show you guys what's going on. Let's start off with the continued fallout, and then Anheuser-Busch's pathetic response. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, firstly let's start off with a video that's going viral. Here's country star Brantley Gilbert making his stance known on stage.
You ain't got a hair on your ass if you'll shotgun that son of a bitch. Of course he's got a knife. Get it, boy!
Quite probable that the whole thing was staged, doesn't really matter. Point is, the backlash continues and more artists are moving away from Bud Light products. It shows the general sentiment, this anti-Bud Light sentiment, the Bud Light / Anheuser-Busch boycott, continues strong. In fact, it might even be getting worse for the company. And so I think Anheuser-Busch is starting to get a little bit desperate, a little bit scared. That's probably the best way to describe it. Or maybe a better way would be absolute utter desperation. All of a sudden, in a pathetic attempt to save face, Budweiser releases a new pro-America ad with iconic mascot in the wake of Anheuser-Busch Mulvaney controversy.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
Oh, well, we didn't mean to promote and push destructive woke ideology. Our bad. America. Yeah, not gonna happen. You know, they think you're stupid. They think you're weak-willed. They think you're not serious. Well, I think they're gonna learn the hard way that people are very serious. And this time, it's different. You know, there's a lot of people who seem to find this Bud Light controversy or the boycott to be a waste of time, stupid. For instance, Donald Trump Jr. recently said this.
This is one like we're dunking on them now, but when you actually look into it, they'd be one of the more conservative-leaning companies in America. So they've been put on notice. I'm leaving them alone. I think you should probably do the same.
And you know what? That's fine. People are entitled to their own opinion. I'm not going to condemn somebody for, in my opinion, not seeing the big picture. You can't view this Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney situation as isolated. as just a dumb social media campaign that probably should have never happened. You gotta view the whole picture. You know, Ron DeSantis actually described it properly.
The people also side with us on wanting to see an economy where businesses focus on their core missions rather than indulging in woke political activism. And what you see happening, and look, some of it's annoying, some of it they're virtue signaling, and it is grating, and honestly, I think, what's going on here, you see Budlight and doing all this stuff. But some of this stuff, I think, is really insidious. When you look at movements like ESG, environment, social governance, what they are trying to do is they're trying to hijack corporate power in order to advance an ideological agenda.
It's majorly influential groups with a sinister agenda infecting every single aspect of society, and they're especially doing that through advertising. It's all linked. It's all part of one singular agenda that I find to be destructive. And so no, it isn't exaggerated or stupid or a waste of time. It's, in my opinion, the most important cultural battle of my lifetime, maybe even going beyond that. The question is, do we let the radical left and the woke mob seize control over everything, over every aspect of life? Do we allow them to indoctrinate our youth and our children, to think like them, to vote like them, to be like them? Or do we stand up and say enough is enough? Do we apply enough social pressure to make these companies think twice? To put them in absolute desperation damage control mode like Bud Light is currently in? To me, the answer is clear. It's not a stupid cancel culture tangent. Cancel culture is dumb. This is moral. It's an ethical battle. It's about sending a message that we will no longer allow companies to be vessels of the radical left, vessels of leftist indoctrination targeting our young, impressionable population. It's a moral battle, the most important of my lifetime. There's a lot of people who don't seem to see it, and I don't blame or fault people who don't see things the way that I do. Look, maybe my perspective is an exaggeration. Maybe it's not a big deal. Or maybe some people just haven't been exposed to everything that I've been exposed to and they don't see the bigger picture. Whatever it is, I believe what I believe. I believe that the Bud Light boycott should continue indefinitely. I think that Anheuser-Busch, frankly, should go under and something else should take its place. Is that going to happen? Probably not, but I think there needs to be a very clear message sent to these major corporations. Stick to the product rather than pushing political messages or political cultural fads on young, impressionable kids. That's my view, that's what I got, and I'm standing by it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know that we'd love to have you here at the Liberal Hive Mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.